Okay, thanks for the time. Thanks everybody for joining. Give us a chance to speak in front of you. My name is Judkowitz. I'm responsible for product management at Nimbula. Some people don't yet know who we are, so I'll give you a quick background of where we came from. Basically, we create infrastructure as a service software. Basically, create your own private cloud in your own data center. Our founders are Chris and Willem. They're the two gentlemen who started the EC2 project at Amazon, and some of you have heard that that's been moderately successful in the market. But in that time, since they built that and after leaving, realized that there hasn't been kind of a shrink-wrap software option that adequately gives that same benefit to other people outside of Amazon. And so that's where our goal is to do that. We do a bunch of different things. Most of our IP is actually in the bottom right corner there, having a zero-touch private infrastructure that make a cloud that's totally robust and enterprise-ready. There was kind of a suggestion that hybrid cloud was a little bit of a controversial topic, and is it for real? Is it not for real? And so basically, the key thing to look at the taxonomy is the #1 goal is to have a self-service infrastructure where anybody can do anything at any time, only bound by the constraints of policy. And they can fire off those workloads either to their own private infrastructure or to a public cloud like Amazon. In terms of people's attitudes about hybrid cloud, I've heard two things, like two different extremes of opinion. The opinion on the left, there's no point for private cloud, everything can go public, private stuff is just a stepping stone, it's going away. The other thing is, hey, hybrid cloud would be really super useful, but only if you can live migrate Exchange servers between them on the fly. And I think one is too skeptical and the other puts too high a burden on utility. And so basically, the real goal of hybrid cloud is to put the right workload in the right place at the right time for the right reason. And there's basically two reasons to make a choice. One is by cost, and the other is based on security. And so if this is on the bottom right what your utilization looks like of a data center, you might say, well, buying at that line X, that's way too much cost. I don't want to have that much infrastructure wasted. Maybe I want to, maybe what I want to do is actually move that bar down a little bit and put the peaks in a public cloud. Or move the bar down further and have even less spare capacity and have even more in the public cloud. And so you tune this based on your cost tolerance. But the other thing is security, right? There's certain things you've got to keep private. You don't want to put out in the public. So an example of where this is a really useful model is in software development. So I might want to develop and have my source code and my builds and my functional testing be local, because that's a pretty static need over the life of the entire project. But then towards the end, I got to do huge load test and stress test, system test. Well, that's okay, because I can just take the binaries and put that in the public cloud, spike up really huge load test, collapse it, and get rid of it. So I have my static and high security needs on the private side, and my elastic and low security needs on the public side. And this is just a real world thing that anybody who develops anything might need to do. Similar situation in production, where if I've got a SaaS application that's seasonal in its load, remember that spiky curve I showed before? If you've got seasonal load, you may want to keep a private cloud that's big enough for the static part, and then burst out at Christmas or Easter or Valentine's Day, whatever your load is, your peak is, to the public. There's 4 different, we'll talk about, I don't know how much time I've left on the slide to talk, but these are 4 things we're going to talk about when we do our breakout. Is how you make hybrid cloud for real. It's not just a matter of having a PowerPoint that goes, oh, it's A or B. You have to worry about identity, you have to worry about security model, audit trails, and how you manage the public credentials. And we have a solution for all that we'll demonstrate. And so here's the last slide. Basically, come to our breakout. We want you there. We'll describe how this works in a little bit more detail, a little more slowly. We're going to demonstrate it. We've got a live demo. And you can learn more from going to nimbula.com. We've got lots of resources. You can download the product and try it for free. Maya's got CDs. Maya, stand up, raise your hand, whatever, if you want a CD here. And you can contact us, me, or the company as a whole. But thanks for your time.
Great. Thank you very much, Jay.